So, just go quickly check to make sure you guys are getting the video as well. At least getting the sound. Let's turn up volume. I can't see the sound when I'm having the video.
He's gonna die. He's got one hit in him.
Die, die, die.
So this is the video, guys. Whew.
Hey folks, I'm Kenny Lee. I am the lead programmer on Rogue Legacy 2, and we have Teddy Lee, my brother, and the lead creative designer on Rogue Legacy 2. So we're watching a speed run. And this is interesting because, I mean, this game's still in development. It's interesting because he's working on a build of the game that just came out. So,
by the way, I should get to a little context. So, in addition to watching this run, the viewers, the two Rogue Legacy 2 developers, they just watched a speedrun of Rogue Legacy 1, where they constantly glitched out of bounds and all that stuff. So, this is, and they'll bring up how this is so different compared to that. So, I want to get a little context there.
Super impressed that there's already a speedrun available. I haven't seen any speedruns for Rogue Legacy 2. Been too busy working on the game, so this will be kind of excited to see this. We just did a dev reacts for Rogue Legacy.
He got rid of the slowdown. So
right, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so in the options you can actually turn off every time you get hit. There's like a slowdown effect, and you can turn that off in the options. So it looks like
he's also hitting the dummies as he goes, so he can have the mana for the sequence where he has to hit the magic door or the trick doors.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So there are two things that are going in my mind right now. It's actually, so one is, first of all, it's really cool that they're observant. He actually noticed that I attacked the dummy in order to get myself to 50 mana, so that I could break through the wall without that. And like, he's very cognizant about the small things, which is, I think, really cool. The other thing I'm noticing is all the stupid little mistakes that I have. Like, you saw that I took the damage from the spikes again for a second time. I also fell too far when attacking the dummy, so that's going to cut into my time a little bit. It's just like, they're tiny little mistakes right now, but they just keep adding up. It just shows all the little mistakes I still have, and that still hurts my head, even though.
So I'm glad he didn't like immediately glitch out the game like he did for the Rogue Legacy run. That makes me feel better.
Yeah, if we could, we tell them. So
this is cool. This guy's smooth.
I like how he downstruck and then made himself hit the top platform just to speed up the drop a little fast. A little bit.
Oh man.
It's not a stupid hit.
So like with the first speedrun Rogue Legacy 1, there's lots of RNG that sort of worked against the guy's favor. I wonder if this guy's gonna have the same problem.
Oof.
So
yeah, this latest one we just added ground dashing as a starting ability, which I think actually
up for people.
So like even though the game is larger, I wonder if they're
Stupid
going
hit
faster.
2 in a row.
Maybe a little too fast. He just
dashed into a wall.
So that one hurt me because they even caught the mistake. They were like, yeah, maybe we're making ground dashing too fast. No, you're not. No, you're not. It's just the fact that you can only dash on the ground limits your options. And I made some stupid mistakes there.
Ooh. Just graze that bullet. See, I can tell immediately that Rogue Legacy 2... I mean, well, we know.
That's lucky.
That's
super lucky. That is super lucky.
Oh,
alright, so they're talking about luck. That was not luck. That was me optimizing to try and get to the route. Yes, there was a little luck that was there, but, like, my whole routing is to try to find them anyways. And I'm making it more proper, more plausible for me to find it. Yes, this is not the optimal route. We have found more optimal ways to find these two heirlooms, but it's not super lucky to find them. Well, that's actively what I'm trying to find. But, I mean, still, I guess it is luck. At the end of the day, when you're not going through the entire castle to find your heirlooms, that is luck. Not gonna deny
He's got both.
Yeah, both
right next
both
to each other.
heirlooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was one thing we changed in Rogue Legacy 2, where we wanted to make it like more like a Metroidvania. So now you can go around and find these heirlooms, which give you permanent abilities. That you didn't have to like find the runes and stuff and the enchantress, because everybody end up just using the same kits almost.
I like how he does that. He just dashes
really
with his
good.
fireball. That's slick. It's also interesting that you can tell by the game icons that he's playing on a
Oh,
keyboard.
there. That was the
What do you do?
where he
I missed it.
He dashes through enemies and then shield blocks to cancel out the animation. So to cancel out the aerial knockback.
Oh, the
it's
aerial
super,
knockback.
yeah, it's super fast, especially because he has no.
Doesn't look like it's
vehicle.
easy to pull off though. I like how he's
It's not too hard with slowdown, but I'm guessing it's actually super difficult with slowdown disabled.
Yeah, he's got regular speed.
Oh, what? Oh. Okay.
And
Oh, my
teleporters.
teleporters.
But yeah, what I was saying earlier is that he's doing the speed run with a keyboard and mouse, not a gamepad.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But yeah, they were cognizant of the fact that I was not using controller. They were just noticing by the buttons that seemed to be keyboard. They didn't... I guess they saw the D and A to do the dashes. They didn't realize that I'm also seeing up arrow. But they do recognize at least that I'm not using a gamepad. Thought that was kind of interesting that they were noticing that sort of stuff. And they start at the top with a shield bash. So it's actually kind of funny afterwards. As they, like, this came out, they actually left a comment or something saying, "Thanks so much for not showing the runs before we nerfed Shield Bash. Thank you for not just bashing your way through every single theme." So, I'm glad to hear that.
I mean, this is cool. No massive exploits. He's just playing it really, really well.
I wonder if he's gonna bother with that one. Yeah, he's not.
I'm going to eat my words soon, I'm sure.
Yeah. So he just skipped one of the heirlooms. That's the one that lets you read memories. But I think he's avoiding that because he doesn't need to read the memories, and I think the 15% damage bonus that he could get would slow the game down.
Man, he caught that boss door like instantly. Immediately knew what it was and just dashed through it.
So our time in Namlamek.
That's intentional.
Yeah.
Oh man, he is just
leading this guy.
Yeah, and he's just like staying as close to him as possible. He doesn't care that the guy's about to attack.
Ooh. Yeah, the dead zone is intended fly ragey. Yep, feels amazing.
Oh, he's got this guy down to a T. That was really good where he does a down strike into a hit.
I'm glad they recognize how slick that is.
It's like a super fast animation.
Really good when I first pulled it off.
Extra hit. Oh, that is good. That was really good.
Oh, what just happened?
He did another shield block.
Shield
yeah,
right,
to destroy all the projectiles.
That's cool. He's also making sure that the mana burn is always topped up. Oh.
Oh.
So this is where I'm starting making stupid mistakes.
It's so fast. Yeah, in Rogue Legacy 2, we wanted more people to be casting spells, and it was kind of top-heavy, where you just, like, people would only start casting spells after they had, like, 500 mana. So for this one, we made everybody more or less a spell sword, because they had, like, the best cadence of attacking and shooting.
Well, that was interesting.
Very cool.
Way easier than it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to do this in One Life. I don't think so. It's way too hard. It'd be way too hard to do it in One Life.
So it's funny because we actually have a different category, which is One Life runs of the game, because it's it feels so good as an achievement. So we make sure to have that as an additional category, basically. But yeah, as for the spells that are L1, very dubious. Only good if you had if you had specific feats for them. But yeah, this one they made spells very good in this, and they do notes later on, like all the stuff of the spells just working well. I mean, they get shocked that I use the spells well. It's like that's one of the main mechanics in the game.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting because there's a bit of min-maxing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
I wonder if he's gonna unlock a different class.
Well, now that we brought
unlock Barbarian.
Now that we've reintroduced the Architect with the latest.
Oh yeah.
At least it's probably going to be a lot easier for speedrunners to maximize their times.
That was a good relic to get.
See, but in this one, he's not like killing enemies to get gold or anything.
So, really quick, Fine Ragey. You noting that the spells do a lot more damage, which makes them more viable? They actually increased the damage in this patch to make sure they were viable. So yes, that is actually... I love spells in this system. I try to do intelligence builds when I can, but they're just not very common.
So that makes me wonder whether he actually plans on dying and spending the gold.
Why he had to do that to the floor.
Just was the fastest way. Just straight route.
That?
Yeah, so he's here to get the Echo's heirloom.
Okay, okay. So he is optimizing which heirlooms he wants to get.
So I actually
I think the
stick to
last
the real
few are all
bottom, so that's
mandatory.
good.
Right.
You guys
Well, I
keep
guess
track
it
of what I'm
could
doing.
skip double jump, but that would make the game so much easier.
Harder, right?
Yeah, or so much harder if he skipped it, yeah.
But yeah, right now they just don't realize that it's all bosses and heirlooms category, so they're thinking about what heirlooms they're going to skip.
Wow. Oh, I like that.
Oh, he skips it. If he falls here, he'd have to redo the whole sequence again.
Right.
Valid platform
It
so
tracks
long.
usually
Yeah.
the last time you've landed, so he's ballsy.
Oh, God, really good.
I wonder. Oh, I like that.
Knocking
That was
into
cool.
it, yeah.
Yeah, right into his attack. This guy is super slick.
Oh,
He didn't even
man.
land.
That was
Oh,
good.
That's so cool. I wonder how many times they've played these heirlooms.
Right.
Like, do you think these speedrunners just keep practicing them?
Do we keep practicing? Well, this is
No,
round number
I've
31
built
for
Iron-
this
I've
patch.
played them 100 times, but I don't think I've ever done a full.
This guy's a champ.
Alright, so really quick, Cyrebellum. Do I run any percent? Currently, there really is no respected any percent category because, the thing is, all that any percent is basically beat the boss. The boss that creates the thing is, 80% is defined as when you see the credits roll, and there's a glitch preventing the credits from rolling in this patch. It will be fixed at next patch, but, yeah. Dad will smile away as compliment. Dude, it's great to have compliments. It's great to have compliments, you know? Warm my heart to see how enjoyed some of these moves are. Yeah, so definitely love how they enjoy my moves. That being said, so to explain for people that are new to this run, Axis Mundi is the scariest point. To get by the Architect, I have to get through Axis Mundi and beat the Void Beast Barith in order to get the Architect. I do not. If I die during Axis Mundi, I cannot purchase the Architect. This all goes downhill. Axis Mundi, I'm not going to stop at every single mistake. But my god. They're going to say the word, oh, he's very lucky here. At this time, through Axis Mundi, it's not skill. They are correct. I get super lucky of not dying in Axis Mundi here. Oh my god. I'm just going to let it play, and I'll just facepalm instead of pausing it.
So I'm assuming he's just going to, like...
Yeah, he's just gonna beeline through this. This is a really difficult biome for a lot of people because it puts so much into the platforming.
But he's clearly mastered that.
Yeah. Oh, I think he's just trying to get the
boss?
Yeah, the pizza girl.
Oh, right, the pizza girl.
I don't think he's gonna. Yeah, there's no way he can make it to the end point. Oh, that's super lucky.
Oh, how did he know?
I think he did.
Oh,
I think it was luck. Yeah, those are still RNG.
Yeah. So, huh?
There's only one guaranteed house room that's in the tower, or that's in the not tower. That's
That
in the
I like.
study.
That I still like.
Oh, right. He has to be the study in this update too.
This was one of the hardest biomes for us to make. It was super complicated. Get this like
It was originally
skip the pizza girl. Okay.
Speaking of which, I love that they also know it. He skipped the pizza girl! God, love the pizza girl. So when I first started running, the pizza girl was optimal because we didn't have the architect. But now that we have the architect, the pizza girl is actually it's more expensive to buy the pizza girl at any given teleport that we need than it is to just level up the castle to the point where we could buy the architect. So unfortunately, as long as the pizza girl is racking up prices, which I mean, she's funny at architectural lifestyle, I recognize her issue. But as long as she's cutting us all of our money out, we can't get the pizza girl. It's unoptimal, and I'm sorry, because the pizza girl, the new design for her, because it's like, they finally stopped having the dummy, they actually had a proper design, and now we can't use the pizza girl. Ugh. Oh well. But yeah, I love that they they love the pizza girl too. Of course, they built the pizza girl. Of course, they love the pizza girl.
All right.
This biome was supposed to be our cheap biome.
Yeah, it was originally supposed to be like a.
And why did I go back? I already found the apple.
Variety in, and it just kept exploding in cost. Yeah.
Yep. So Flying Rangey, yes. So the pizza girl, you go to a specific teleport, you spend. So I think the cheapest one is 1,500 gold, and the most expensive and the most useful is 2,500 gold. And she locks it down so that you can just teleport directly to it. The thing is, the architect, as long as the castle's locked down, you can teleport to it already. So the architect, it costs more money as you go on, and you don't, you keep it locked down. Where the pizza girl, she just locks it down permanently, and it's no gold cost afterwards. So it makes sense, like, for regular players, Pizza Girl's prices are perfectly fine. But for speedrunners, they're just too high. It's too exorbitantly pricey for us to use it. To make the Pizza Girl viable for speedruns, they have to do a first one's free deal. So, like, the first time you buy a teleport from the Pizza Girl, it's free, so that we could use that, save it till we get to the Kerguelen Plateau, lock it down there, or something like that. And yeah, we skip a lot of chests that don't go for money, but also, so keep in mind, the most useful costs 2,500 gold. To get the architect only costs like 2,100 gold. And then the architect, the idea is it costs a lot because as you keep using the architect, the prices escalate of the gold taken out from the architect. We don't care, we're done in 2 or 3 lives after that. So, we save money using the architect. And that's the issue. That's the issue. We save money using the architect. It's not that we don't go for money, it's that because we use so few lives, we don't the architect's prices don't go, their exponential prices don't affect us.
That's cool. I think it's a very unique biome.
Yeah. I think this biome has
why didn't I just jump and go
30
out?
30 or 30
oh,
34
right here.
or so.
So that was the last time I touched the ground.
Which is a lot less than the 650 standard
Missed
pool,
the ground.
But it actually probably built like over 100 rooms just to get the procedural generation working. Yeah, we just had to keep changing. I'd like to go back one day and add more, just to increase the variety of it.
Stop for meat.
I mean, it looks like there's still some challenge, though. I'm glad to see that.
Oh yeah, it's too. If anything, I'd want to make it a little easier, just because the platforming is. Like, just adding more variety with, like, a few easier, maybe more combat-oriented passages.
Rooms, right.
Yeah.
Wow, this biome is long.
You're supposed to use a pizza girl to cut it in half, but
right.
You're just doing it.
Well, okay, because there is a teleporter at the end room, right? The boss?
Yeah.
So maybe he doesn't need it. Because he also doesn't have the money for it, I don't think. So he's just going to go straight to the boss and use that as a teleporter. Wow.
He's totally going to die in a hit.
This is tight.
Oh.
I just love how they're banking on me dying the entire way through, I swear.
Oh, that's why he didn't do it, right? Because he's using it to get his life back.
What do you mean?
Because there's a bunch of healing in heirlooms.
Oh.
Right? To make it, like, guaranteed. Because we really wanted people to beat it on like their first try, or second.
So, they seem to have forgotten this part, where you regain all your health and mana when you enter an heirloom. Yes, there is healing, it's great. But that's why I enter, because it fully heals at the beginning. I just think it's kind of funny that they forgot how that mechanic works in the moment. But anyways, yeah. Nowadays, we've been moving the book later and later, and we'll get to the room Y, and they actually know,
I'm
we need
surprised
double
that
jump
he's
for
even-
that.
Maybe it gets too difficult.
We want double jump for it.
Because this one you said you don't necessarily have to get, right?
Yeah, but the 15% is going to help a ton for the other bosses, right? Because I think if he's at level 1 when he's fighting them, they're going to take like, 80 hits or something.
So, to respond to that, we did the math, and currently, the amount of time it takes to deal that last 15% of damage to the boss is not significant enough to justify going out of our way to get the time frames. Like, in fact, we actually are cutting out Void Beast Bareth's damage boost here because it just barely isn't worth the time. It just isn't worth the time to go through all of that. And like Namaz, the only time it's useful is if you're just running through the room anyway, so then you just take a quick detour. And Enox, you have to run into it. You cannot look for that room, you just have to run into it for it to be worth its time. So, unfortunately, the 50% damage boost. As we get bosses with more health, and the time frame to get... And the puzzle takes a shorter period to crack, it will make more sense to do it all. But we've actually been optimizing removing all the damage boosts, which is kind of sad. So, we usually do this one last, just as a full heal between bosses.
You're talking about reading their memories.
Yeah.
And a stupid hit.
Oh, he needs double jump so bad.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh. We actually, he keeps spin kicking during his
Wow,
dash.
did you see that spin kick? That was super
Yeah,
fast
that's something we added in the Far Shores update.
As they're excited about that
We're
spin
just always
kick,
trying to
I did
make the
get
game
hit.
feel like smoother.
Mm.
I'm glad people are killing them the way they intended to, as opposed to just brute forcing them and fighting them.
With those rooms actually got changed a couple of times after it went live, just to get people to, just to make it more like obvious.
Yep.
Right.
Developers' commentary is always fascinating, Kraken style. Always fascinating.
Okay. So you think he's going to use this?
I go, but that's why I was like, oh, he's just flexing, but no, he totally did that so he could open the door and get the skeleton boss bonus.
Oh, the skeleton boss bonus, right? He doesn't need
Don't
the
worry
first
about
boss
Kraken style,
bonus
don't worry
anymore.
about it.
He just beat the first boss. Yeah, you're right. He's going back.
See, nowadays we don't do this, but it's
Oh
not
man,
too much of
that's
a time loss.
so satisfying. Yeah.
Always love doing that. So people said this boss is challenging for them, right?
This boss is challenging because there's two of them. That always makes it difficult.
Right.
So for all my problems with
Yeah.
Axis Mundi, this boss actually looks pretty
And
darn
originally,
How
we
much
really wanted people to emphasize kicking off of them, like spin kicking up off the skeleton bosses. But something like that complicated is something I think you just have to explain.
Wow.
Man, you just
notice
throwing
the
them.
rotation of the
good. As they were
projectile
talking about
comes out and
speaking off
just
the boss.
slips right through it.
Stay in the middle. Oh,
Look at
so
that.
good at that, yeah.
Oh man! And
So
then
this is
he
why
does
I'm just
the,
like, alright, I'm taking
shield
the
block
damage.
right. Oh,
I don't care.
That's really good.
Keep throwing
Oh.
fireballs up.
Oh, jeez.
But
oh, he's in between both. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
this
cool.
is
One
good. This is
fireball
really
triggers
good.
both of them. I like that. He's
Oh,
gonna keep doing
man.
that. Oh
Man.
man!
Way better than me. I can't do that.
Game's too easy. This is nuts, though.
Hmm.
He's just about to beat the first one. There we go.
So yeah, 2 hits during this fight, one
So
of which
smooth
I am
with that shield
perfectly
block
alright with.
action.
It was basically a damage boost, so yeah. Actually enjoyed this boss fight.
This boss is usually a big blocker for a lot of people.
It is.
Mhm.
Yeah, which is why we made the next biome the study sequence breakable, just so people could like grind in a higher biome.
Very smart.
Well, if anybody says he's hard, just show him this video.
Uh,
So for this one, he's going to have to go through the area a little bit more, right? Because
So
you
yeah, they're going to be way higher level.
Get to the boss. It looks like he is going to try to do this in one run. That's interesting because, like, I wonder if it would be faster if he died and then used some.
it is in fact faster if you die. The question is just, we don't know where it's faster. Our general rule is we die after doing the mini-bosses of Godhead and Berber, and that we save them off for last. We didn't have that back then, we just took the category, in which case, yes, it was actually optimal to get to the Kirkwalla Plateau and then die. So you're correct there. So he was actually smart there. He actually got it right. Just, we've optimized since then. And also, it's beautiful to do one life runs, so we still go for them anyways, because it's awesome.
Skill points. Bring up his strength.
Oh yeah, he's totally getting the lilies.
Oh man, he's like remembered the layout of even the lily rooms.
Oh yeah, he can't skip double jump. He's got the requirement of all airlings, all bosses.
There are only 3
Oh.
Lily
Yeah,
rooms,
yeah,
so it's
yeah.
not hard to remember them all.
But like, because we have so
Oh.
many random rooms in this game. Whoa!
Yeah.
And it feels like he's got them all down pat.
So, a thing about that, he's like, there's all these random rooms, he got them all down pat. Well, just so you know,
Somehow.
that moment right there, this moment, is me pausing. I'm not looking at the map. I'm looking at the room, I'm like, okay, what am I dealing with? Every single time you see me pause, that is me getting ready for the room I'm about to enter. So he's like, you use all the rooms down pat. I'm figuring out as I go.
Yeah. Actually, we had 370 odd rooms in Rogue Legacy 1, but you only got from a pool of like 250. Just because of the way our castle generator worked. Like the other last 100 were super, super rare.
Oh.
Yeah, we have the similar issue with this one, but we use like a way more complicated algorithm so that the pool of rooms is higher. Like the pool of frequent rooms is higher, I should say. There's still some ultra rare rooms, but we're still tweaking it. Did you take it? No. Oh, so lucky.
Oh.
There's always the rightmost room, but still.
I guess this one's kind of lucky. Far Stars could be
I like
really
that.
far away
Secret.
sometimes.
We went heavier on the
The hitboxes
That's
were a
what
little
the
bit
game.
wonky in the last patch, right? Like it was hard to pull
Yeah.
that off, bouncing off the water, and then we made.
Oh man. Yeah.
Who needs sequence breaking? He just breaks the stages.
Yeah, best
Oh,
fireball.
that's good.
Love that.
Yeah, his utilization of the fireball spell is really, really good.
Oh man, so smooth.
Yeah, that was a hot fireball. Thanks, Blind Ragey.
Didn't get rid of it. We were originally thinking of removing shield dashing because he made a previous video where it was just shield dashing everywhere, and so we were like, "Oh, how are we gonna fix this?" Because we did want the knight to be like the jack of all trades class, and the shield dash kind of ruined that. But instead, we went for this cooldown.
So I actually remember them talking about this. So yes, I did release a video. And the shield dash, yeah, the shield dash used to have no cooldown. So if you were very good, you could just shield dash you could just block the attacks every single time. And then you just never get hit. You could just shield bash through everything, and I do have a video of me just like basically beating Nama through shield bashing through every single attack, so I don't even dodge the attacks. But I specifically remember they were thinking of making it 5 seconds. I'm like, whoa. Maybe I like talked with them and in the Discord, and my suggestion was instead of making it 5 seconds, we make it 10 seconds, but it's easier to implement. And they also added, not just easier to implement, they actually made it significant damage, so it's actually worthwhile. But yes, no, you're like, what the heck? Yeah, no. On no cooldown shield bashes were broken. Just flat out, they were destroying the game. You could not play anyone other than Knight and consider yourself a speedrunner. It was destroying the game. Mindful Light actively said, I'm not going to use shield bashes because I know for certain they're getting nerfed. Which, fair enough, man, fair enough.
Which is much, let us keep the coolness of the shield block.
You missed them, sire.
Now that he's got double jump, he's probably going to be manipulating the stages a lot faster.
Yeah.
What
Okay. No, he's going back so he can teleport, I'm guessing, to the study.
So that is kind of what you do now,
Yeah.
but not yet, man.
Maybe he will kill himself.
We do want to open Nama's door and get rid of these lilies first. Then we
Oh
go
no, he's
there.
not going
Don't
to
you
the study.
worry.
Oh, right. Getting the upgrades. Because the bosses are so much higher than him at this point.
Oh, wow. He's trying to find the path to where the
Yeah.
boss is likely.
Dead end there, so yeah.
It's just a little bit of luck to see if he runs into the boss or not.
Yeah.
Does he already have the
comparative-
lilies? Yeah, he does. Okay.
No, wait, I think he only has one.
I am
I
being
can't
pretty
see the bar at
defensive.
the bottom.
No, he has two.
Oh, yeah, too. I don't remember getting a second.
So I guess this is an issue. You see the huge line. I do remove that, as you see now, from my setup, but yeah, back then it was just the only place I could find to put the timer, because before it was blocking resolve at parts of the map and stuff. But yeah, it was definitely... why didn't they use Mindful Line's vid, I wonder? Yeah, I did actually inform them at the time that Mindful Line had the world record. They asked for my vid anyways. I have no idea. But that's what it is, and I'm proud of it. I told Mindful Line, he was like, hey man, you're the one working on getting the stream and like really focusing on that stuff, so I'm happy that you have it. Yeah, IG likes me. The only problem is, and someone actually brought this up, like with Mindful Line, they could have listened to all the music and heard all that stuff. With mine, because I'm talking so much, they had to just mute the video entirely. So unfortunately, you could not hear any of the music or anything while I played through this, and that's kind of sad.
Going so quickly.
But yeah, I love that IGN chose me anyways.
I think he's trying to get a weapon. That would be the best one for a speedrun, getting any type of
They know what they're saying.
sword
So
drop.
far, though, I'm pretty happy. There's been no, like, blatant abuse.
Just glitching the bosses so they don't move.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so good.
I just love why I brought that up. One person goes like, me? Talk a lot? Never. Another person's just like, man, they're missing all the good monologues. All the good monologues. I don't know. IGN said that they found me through my YouTube channel, so I guess that's how they found me. So yeah, that's why they picked me as far as I could tell. Because they contacted me. I'm not sure if the developers told them to contact me, but they contacted me.
On the fireball. He just makes sure, because you can't stack the mana or the.
Does he always dash through these?
Fire.
Yeah, he does. Okay. That's just to speed it up because he doesn't want to downstrike, fall, and then kick through.
Yeah. So this is a very different take from the Rogue Legacy one.
What do I even talk about? Dude, I just go on random tangents. I think during this time, I actually had a quick tangent about, like, oh, what's the difference between speedrunning old games versus new games? And I did that, and then I realized I said something so completely horrible that I had to fix it. Like, I was like, it's the difference between talent and skill, which is a great way to get a lot of hate, which a deserved hate at that if that's why I stuck with. So I like had to defend myself for like, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. So there's a few of that, a few of me just hanging out with chat. This is actually, and we'll get to it, this is actually the vid, this was actually the run where Kraken Style popped into my channel.
Yeah. These were more had more motifs to them. We went really safe with this boss in terms of like her aggression. We actually bumped it up a little bit just because she's so platform heavy, right? And we didn't want her to become like this super blocker for people who were just like having too much trouble with the platforming in this game.
It's kind of fun because they constantly talk about how the platform heavy stuff is the hard challenges that they have to deal with, but at the same time, like, the platform heavy stuff is why I feel I'm good at this game. From a developer's perspective, they want those who have either helped during development. It seems you help them a ton, or Suicune talking about stuff in our lives. Yeah, it's a testers versus a randoms perspective, I guess. Yeah. All right.
She seems fairly aggressive to me.
She got bumped up a little bit. But she's still, like, a lot less than, like, Lamek, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he's even going to bother using the Architect.
I think it's a thing. Oh, is he going to stay on this platform? No.
So, the goal is to stay on that platform, actually. It's just, I had a bad start, so I had to evacuate immediately. But nowadays, I try my best to just fight on that one platform.
That'd be insane.
Apparently, Mindful Light says it's a mistake, but it's fun, and I do it, and it feels right for me, so.
Man, he never lands. He's just always in the air.
So one thing we did change from oh, he didn't do it. That was an imperfect block, yeah.
I imagine they knew about me before seeing this run, right? They did note that I made that video, so they knew about me. I know Reti knows about me. I know Spydog knows about me. I'm not sure which of them are these guys. Spydog is not one of these two. I know that. I know Spydog knows about me. He talked about me in one of his dev commentaries. So I know that much. Reti has commented. I'm not sure if either of these two are Reti is the theme.
Right.
I think one of them's Reti. I don't know which.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good point. Spydog might have suggested me. Actually, no, I actually know the answer. So when I've had that world record, here's the theme. When I had that world record, I actually called it the world record speedrun. Even though it was taken within 24 hours, for that moment it was the world record speedrun. The other people who put the world record speedruns, Mindful Line doesn't post to YouTube. Fenor doesn't post that they're world records. So between the two of them, whenever people type in Rogue Legacy 2 speedrun, they see mine is the one that has those names plus the word world record in it. So that's why people see me first. So of the different speedrunners, I'm the one who actually advertises that he's a speedrun in a way that YouTube would lean into showing me. So that's why, even though Mindful Line is a faster runner, I am shown more often. That's I think a big part of it. That's why IGN found me first.
Oh, I just noticed his use key is up.
Yeah,
which means he definitely never plays like the Valkyrie or anything, because his controller would be totally broken.
No, I mean.
Oh yeah, I guess it would be too bad.
Yeah, and the up button is actually vanilla, more traditional Rogue Legacy 1.
With Rogue Legacy at this point, they realize that I'm not using a mouse at all.
Another thing we changed from Rogue 2 to Rogue 1 is that in Rogue 1 the bosses hit like a truck and didn't have too much HP. But for Rogue 2 we went the opposite and gave the boss a lot more HP, but actually hit. Sometimes they hit for less than a standard enemy. And that was just to like put more into the actual learning of the boss experience. Yeah, whereas in Rogue 1 a lot of people would be like, oh, I can just kind of burn it down and stand there if I raise my stats enough.
Which you can still do in Rogue Legacy 2.
Yeah, you can still do it, but it'd acquire a lot more stats, right? Because the HP is so high.
Right.
All right. So really quick to Malguin's comment about there was a time when I was streaming this 8+ hours a day. I think the longest I would stream consistently was 6 hours, and I really needed to cut that down. And it wasn't one. And with that 6 hours, one, it wasn't always Rogue Legacy, and yeah, again, it was only 6 hours. Now here's the thing: there was a time when I streamed the original Rogue Legacy doing a 100% speedrun, and as you know, I never reset a run. So there was that one 12-hour stream. There was that one stream that was 12 hours. So that was a tough one. But other than that, no, I don't think there was ever a time I'd stream this 8 hours a day. 6 hours in a row, you'd stream multiple times in a day. I watched a run, it was almost... Yeah, and then you watch that 14-hour run. That 14-hour run was... I'm not doing... The thing is, it actually sounds fun to do again, but my god, do I need to be prepared for it. But yeah, you're right, I think... I might have streamed multiple times in a day once. But I don't think I definitely did not do over 8 hours in a single day. I could not physically take that. That 12-hour run, it exhausted me, it tore me apart. So, I know I didn't not used to do over 8 hours a day. I do know I have a limit to my streaming.
What's this guy doing? Oh, he's trying to find the entrance to the study. Right.
Yeah,
That's the last item that he has to beat. He's already beaten the other two? Yeah. So, the study will be...
That was like until you ran into that.
Dodges everything but that.
Darn vines always get me.
But the study, like, because the study only came out as of this recording a couple weeks ago.
It's only a quarter day and 7/3. Like correct.
I don't know. But
like 3 weeks, I think, at this point.
Oh, really?
That's not much time to practice this biome.
So about the practicing, you can actually see the bottom left of the times I did it. So this is my 31st attempt at this category specifically. So, once we get to this thing, say every single feed here, I have done 30 times, precisely 30 times before. Some of them I've died, I've had to redo them, stuff like that. But generally, I've done this run 30 times now. Which, for the case of a speedrunner, that's not many times. But for the case of this new game, that is the most times so far. Mindful Line might have done more. Mindful Line Mindful Line has done more. That's it.
I'm curious to know how, if he will be as proficient with this biome and this boss as he was with all the other bosses that we just saw.
Oh, that's so lucky.
Right, this is what it is, luck.
Man. That also gives him the HP back.
That one was
yeah, and this gives you the extended.
Yeah, super useful.
Can go much fast. Go through these much faster.
I love this ability. This one's super fun. So for the people who haven't played it, this ability lets you hold dash, and you can increase the distance, I believe, by 175%. I'm not sure about this, but
so extends it by 3/4.
Yeah, so this exact number is actually very useful. Thank you for letting us know this.
Echo's Heirloom, where dash is reset when you down kick. This just like completely explodes.
Yeah, he doesn't need the ground anymore.
Yeah.
He doesn't even need the ground anymore.
I like that he just he throws a fireball and then he just walks away.
Oh, that's so good.
That was super fast.
You're supposed to dash forwards and back in that previous room, but he just completely...
Oh, I was like, what enemy is that? I don't remember that zombie.
These rooms? No, they're still in the game. This is of the current patch. This was like the first run of the current patch. Or not the first PB
like
of the current
2 centimeters
patch.
From the water line.
That looks so slow to me.
This is a very different take from the other, from the Rogue Legacy 1 reacts. Like that one was more like, what's going on? How do you do that? This one is more just admiring this guy's skill.
Also, it's been 10 years since we played Rogue Legacy 1. What is this game?
A few rooms ago, Crackit Style, this was the run where you followed me, so you popped up on the screen for a moment.
Oh, look at that. I like that.
Oh man.
Yeah, look.
He's just so confident in that.
Through everything. Yeah.
This boss always appears at the top, so the fact that he's not beelining to it means he's trying to find that 15%. Oh no, he's got to find
he has to find the mini boss.
Yeah. I completely forgot. He got a lot of bosses left.
Before he can get to the final boss of this biome, he has to fight. First he has to find, and then he has to fight 2 additional sort of sub bosses that pave the way to the final boss. So he's looking for those rooms now.
Oh, he's on his tippy toes.
Oops, that guy.
Oh, that's good.
Which one does this do?
It's 10% crit chance. Yeah, it's flat, so it actually scales really well.
But he's got so much.
So I remember at this point, I was like, wait, there's not many rooms to the left.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm going to go up to see if Godhead's up here,
maybe
but now
they
I have to go
don't
find
know
Godheads.
because it's been so... Oh, no, he found it.
Oh, yeah. We remade this like 6 times.
There's so many ways to exploit it.
So many ways to exploit it. And it just... At first, we were like, oh, yeah, it's fine if people exploit it. But then the amount of people who are like, oh, this is so buggy, and I can't fit. So we're just like, okay.
So they're talking about that room getting exploited, and how they had to fix it so it can't be exploited. If the room was still exploitable, we could have actually used this room in our runs. It's because we have the exploiter god. I think it's just too time-consuming to get all the heirlooms and then find this room. If we could get this room without all the heirlooms, we'd have this in our runs, but... I just think that's hilarious. I just think it's hilarious.
You know, we need people to actually know how to do it properly. So we kind of...
This guy's so good.
Yeah.
So one of the sub-bosses predominantly spawns to the left, right?
No, yeah, always to the farthest leftmost room. The other one, though, is completely... Yeah. The other one.
I was waiting for this thing because there's a room just below that slime. I decided to go around. So it's taking so long.
But the fact that, because I see on the map.
Oh, I actually think he just missed.
Here's where I'm heading for Godheads. I just realized there's only one room to the left
which
now.
would fit it perfectly.
Oh no, he does know. Like you're right. He passed all those rooms and went to the left, so he knows.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I'm not facing Godheads with 21 health. I'm sorry.
No, because he's going for the
other room.
And I've used all the heirlooms.
He's gonna die. He's got 1 hit in him.
Die.
Oh,
he found him. Okay,
he's
got both rooms. He's doing this one first.
Because it's easier, and I think he can get health, possibly, off of a lot of the props. Oh!
What's going on?
Oh no, yeah! The spikes. He landed on a platform and dashed.
Yeah, he got spikes in his head.
Oh man.
He's cheering for me to die, and once he stops cheering, Dart Thorns. Alright. So, I don't know why I was still considering this character, that Blazing Bell is a good spell, but it has Crippling Intellect, which is one of the worst talents. So, not worth the pacifism or anything like that, but one of the very bad talents. So here, I'm going to note the reason I choose this is A, there's no heirlooms, so the Hero Complex doubles my health, but means I can't get healed. There's no heirlooms for me to heal off of anyways, so the double health is great. And B, between the spells, Wind Wall basically says, go strength build, and use the Wind Wall as our means to just block attacks and take care of certain issues. And you'll see how Wind Wall is useful, so...
But, well, he killed a bunch of bosses.
The one in the center is not considered, though.
Oh, what did he take? I wasn't looking. A Barbarian, I'm guessing? Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter, actually. He's just gonna unlock whatever class he wants.
You think he's gonna beeline for a class?
I'm going to guess the Barbarian.
So, as for him guessing Barbarian, Barbarian is in fact my favorite class. The reason I don't do it is because Wind Wall, we're going to become quite reliant on that Wind Wall, which means we need to worry about the mana. And because the Barbarian does not gain mana regeneration on his aerial attacks, I can't rely on him. I can't rely on the Barbarian. Next time, I believe in the next patch they're going to give you 1 or 2 mana on your aerial attacks. With that, oh, it's going to be Barbarian time. It's going to be Barbarian time. Might have actually picked Barbarian nowadays, now that I have other ways of being Enoch, and because Namal's already out of the picture. if this was a future run, I might have actually picked Barbarian. He was correct in that.
Barbarian.
Oh wait,
Here we go.
he didn't.
Oh, he passed up on it.
Yeah, passing up on all of them. Oh, he just wants to stay as a knight.
Oh, is he just trying to get the damage up? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he needs the architect.
Yeah. He only put 1 point into damage up. Oh, it's because he wants to make sure he can buy the blueprints first. Yeah. He just wanted to absolutely make sure he didn't.
Some health for good measure.
Completely useless Flash and Chambers.
Block world always.
Yep.
But yeah, at this point...
one thing we do want to change is that it was the same problem that you saw in Rogue Legacy 1, which is all the speedrunners end up playing as a knight.
Listen.
I want to try and fix that for this one, to get let speedrunners kind of be the class that they want to be.
But in Rogue Legacy 1, the speedrunner was a shinobi.
I'm so hyped for that.
Oh, yeah, but you're still doing 90% of it as a knight.
I'd love to see categories that are just like,
but,
knight
you've got
percent.
so many classes, and there's like more coming out.
Archer percent,
that
Barbarian
like,
percent, Assassin percent.
Such a shame.
It's such a shame.
I'm relegated to the knight class. Although the knight is like super.
Oh, bright flashing warning, everyone.
Trophy. All of the class kits we just
especially with Windwall
amp to 11. Oh man, he got here before this. You're not supposed to be able to do that.
Okay, so that's a bug. That big bright red light is on
it's still awesome, already. Yeah.
Ooh.
Whoa, this is gonna.
At least from this video, now I can see it happen 100%. I should be able to reproduce.
Yeah, they declare it's a bug, and it's gonna be flashing for a while.
Man, super lucky on the wind wall.
On the damage wall, yeah.
Yeah, but still, he's using it like perfectly.
Oh man, he just cast it 100% of the time because at least for this boss.
This boss is super
static.
Super
so you
static, yeah.
Back, so it's a little bit easier than the other one.
All right, flashing's over.
He was a cool boss too. Sad. you've got to team price room. I was getting such low level gear just because. Oh, yeah. Why do you do that? Oh, is it faster to?
Because of the cutscenes kick in, right?
Oh, he's just skipping all the cut. Oh man, I'm surprised that the game doesn't like freak out.
I actually did not account for that. So the fact that it works is relieving.
So about him not knowing whether or not that worked, we learned that through experimentation. Oh, there were many runs where I did not open the chest and I just left, assuming because Void Beast Defeated showed up on the board, I'd be fine. Oh, there were a few runs that I just went from 40 minutes to an hour, just thanks to me having to fight the boss over again because I left too early. So yes, it's when you open the chest, the trigger occurs.
He's gonna corner stick these guys.
We figured that out the hard way.
I know about this one, but oh wait, oh no, he can't. Only the barbarian can. Okay.
Because he doesn't have a strong enough knockback.
Oh no, he does.
I just love how they're so scared of this character getting pinned to the wall. I've never actually been too worried about the pinning to the wall. It doesn't seem like potent enough sometimes with this boss. They can still attack through it, and you need to get away from them for a lot of their attacks.
Oh, he doesn't do it though. Okay.
No, that was just for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This doesn't have a strong enough knockback either. Like they're getting lifted, but too little.
Right.
Definitely could be using the shield bore.
Man, he's good with these spells. Oh, gee.
Oh, yeah. I love this dodge here.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, such tight corridors.
This boss was actually, I think...
I thought this guy was easier than the Murmur, personally.
So again, there's a consideration that I find the platforming a lot easier, but they find the combat more easy, which is kind of hilarious because, like, Murmur is very much a maneuvering, platforming style boss. So I find that much easier, but they find Gauntlet's easier. I'm like, the damage is just too much. It's kind of funny. Oh, by the way, perfect pause frame for the knight, just right in the halfway through.
Yeah, they're lower. They're lower level than Murmur, I believe.
They take way more hits though.
Yeah, Murmur has a very few HP because we didn't want him like once you reach him, hitting him for like a minute
20
because that
minutes.
sequence. Yeah, we just want it to be kind of short, like you got to him.
Is he gonna press start and go to the menu after he opens the chest at least?
Yep. Gotta open the
Gonna be
chest.
another-
I used to do
Oh,
that.
So they know when the
And
save
then I
file
had to fight
triggers
Gonheads again.
Yeah.
and when
That's
it
good.
actually updates your save.
Well, one boss left.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
So you can tell by the speed run that this is faster than his previous one, right? Because it said Enoch at 41
Oh yeah.
minutes.
Wow,
Push
minus. He's actually destroying it.
So I'm wondering if that death that he had actually helped speed things up for him.
It
Maybe,
did.
I don't know, but 'cause it
Don't you
also
get the character
relates
like
to
this?
I like that.
That's really good of him. Yeah. that move specifically, if you wanted the players to. Oh man. He's
So they're changing
destroying it
Wind
with
Wall,
his
by the way.
ability.
Wow.
I might be the cause of that.
This is a fun boss to watch.
What was? He's not doing any moves.
Oh, that's cool. Let him dodge
Yeah.
out all of the attacks that are coming his way.
Can he? No.
This guy's
Oh,
awesome.
and then he does this freaking shield dash.
Best skill
through
shot, by the
that
way.
all at once. That's really good.
I'd actually say, yeah, this looks like I feel like he beats this boss a lot faster than the other bosses because he did have the opportunity to bring up his strength. Also, the fact that when he did die, he was able to
He's really
navigate
good.
the skill tree to go
Yeah.
to the exact skills that he wanted. Leads me to believe that he like maybe dying is part of the plan, or it is like there's like a contingency if you do die. Like if you do die, then this is what you would do to sort of mitigate any of those losses. Go bring up your strength.
So as he's saying, okay,
That's
let's not
possible.
have it there.
That's cool.
So, as he was saying with the contingency stuff, it kind of, so really, yeah, you're planned to die after being Murmur and Gonheads, but we had not figured that out yet. We still didn't have like contingencies. We just were kind of figuring out as we go. We know that strength and intelligence are the two most important stats to buff, and you usually just buff one or the other though, and that just depends on what spell you have. Wind Wall is not a intelligence focused spell. It's a protective focused spell, so we went heavy strength. It is noted now, there are some good benefits, like get you to precisely 6 strength above your starting strength total is very valuable for certain areas. There are certain enemies that get 1 shot that used to get 2 shots, things of that nature. And yeah, if you get a good weapon, like, in this I did not get a weapon, but if you got a good weapon and stuff like that, and that's usually why you want to do Gonheads and Murmur first, because they always give you equipment. So if you could get some good equipment from them, you could buy it right off the bat and just get a huge power boost.
Cool.
Really good. And now it's over.
Bamboozled! Dude,
Second
I love this
mode.
theme.
This boss was expensive to make.
What was it?
Yeah. Not this boss, but this boss in its entirety. With all
Oh
he's,
yeah.
he's more
Well,
like 3
he's
pages.
too long.
Yeah.
This guy's tough to beat quickly because he's very very.
Oh, that's good.
So we were still optimizing how to fight this boss a lot. We did realize kicking off of it is very unoptimal. If you watch my Barbarian runs, the Barbarian spinning across its head is the most optimal way to beat that. Other than that, we just have to do this avoid and evade. This is actually me experimenting. I'm pretty sure this is one of the first times I got a somewhat
around a
optimal
lot.
fight
Yeah.
on this phase.
Oh, I like that timing for the poison coins.
Man, he's
So-
using this wind wall like so well. It's insane.
Can you wind ball those potions?
Yeah.
Incorrect. You cannot win wall the potions. They go through everything that stops projectiles. Apparently it's a bug, just like it's a bug that you can freeze Enoch instead of applying armor break. please, I want to apply armor break to these bosses, but every time I shout, they just stop what they're doing, and that slows me down.
I like he shoots it upward because when the enemy runs into it, I think it'll deal more because if it's away
Well,
from
he's
him,
jumping, throwing
That
upward
actually-
makes it deal more.
The community was like, "Oh, I wish spells were more flexible
right
in general," and we're like, "Yeah, you know what? That makes way sense." And then we just rehauled like all of the spells. Oh, I don't think he actually wind walls it because they would probably explode.
Yeah, I like
So
that.
it wouldn't actually help him. Yeah, it's really good of him.
Good guess.
He keeps doing
Like,
it.
in maxing the DPS so well.
I wonder, did he purposefully choose this class because of the wind wall? Like, I'm wondering.
Maybe.
They noticed.
Yeah, because I was like,
Yep.
he's totally going to take the Barbarian. The Barbarian DPS is just so high, but
Yeah,
I think the utility actually.
but like, because like the spells that he's used really, really well. Very, very proficient with these spells. I wonder if some of the spells like don't get for speed runs because they deal a lot.
yeah,
but they're not
yeah.
very helpful. That was cool.
Oh, it didn't drop anything. Oh, wait, no, right. Another
What are you
chest.
talking about?
I'm
Boss
getting
time.
confused.
No more bosses.
Dang. That was good. That was good.
Very cool. This guy is a Rogue Legacy
Yeah.
2 pro for sure. Well, that was fun to watch.
Yeah.
I'm glad there wasn't any major exploits, but yeah, it was. He's really, really good.
Yeah, super good. Actually, I also like that it took 38 minutes and not, 12.
Invincible crowd, but- well, thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah, and if you haven't played it,
Give it a
play
shot.
Rogue too. It's only 30 minutes. No. It's actually super hard.
Thanks.
So glad I could be part of this. So yeah, that was the video. I'm really glad that I got into this video. So, really hoping that these views pump up. A lot of the other speedruns, like 2 million for Hades, which, fair enough, it's Hades. But, can I get a link to the vid? Let's see if I can do that. See if that works. Alright. Anyways, yeah, so then there's just the comments. I remember someone was talking about someone in the comments, when we were live streaming, he was just like, this is lame, I don't understand anything that's going on. I'm just like, who cares? Do they practice this? Some dude played Castlevania for 5,000 hours. Like, and then of course T, or just being an awesome dude. I think Sire, yep, here's Sire's comment also. Love you too, guys. Thank you so much, man. Hey, Rainbow Dash, I didn't see this one. Become one of my favorite streamers. Also a very open-minded dude. Definitely. Awesome. Thanks, Rainbow Dash, man. Thanks, man. We've been better with the audio, and this is what I was kind of sad about. That, unfortunately, couldn't get the audio because I was talking too loud over everything. Sorry, not really quiet. Just no audio, sorry. So yeah, that's the video. Really proud of it. Really proud of it.